You are listening to a True North Eager Beaver media podcast. The True North Eager Beaver podcasts are proudly brought to you by our founding sponsors, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, your source for science fiction, fantasy, and cozy mysteries featuring a broad diversity of characters. CanadianTarot.com, your uniquely Canadian online eclectic tarot community and forum, and The Peppermaster, hot pepper sauces made from fresh farm ingredients to thrill your taste buds and expand your mind.
Well, good Friday morning, folks. It is an overcast, yet somewhat warm day here in the nation's capital of Ottawa, Canada. It is currently, what is the current temperature actually? 2 degrees Celsius. Too bad for, this time of the year. As you can see, I am currently flying solo. Mr. Beaver is en route. Schedules got mixed up and stuff happened, and he wasn't able to make the 6 a.m. bus. So he's on his way to Ottawa. Actually, he's probably boarding the bus in the next few minutes. So, yeah, it's going to be a live short show today. Sorry to disappoint you, but that's, just sometimes life gets in the way and doesn't always cooperate the way we wish it to. I'm sure there's nothing about that you've not heard or experienced before. So here we are, all alone by myself, the way I've been the last couple of days, other than work, other than this, of course. So it is a Friday, and I have a couple of things I do want to discuss. First off, as you may be well aware, as I stated in our little description, POEC went on yesterday, and Chrystia Freeland went in and proceeded to wipe the floor with Brendan Miller, who is probably Canada's worst lawyer. The man is absolutely deplorable and terrible. And I apologize if you hear noise in the background today. If I was going to put up the isolation booth to try and keep the sound down, but I set it up and it's like, no, it's not working. They're sanding the floors of the apartment next door. There was a woman who'd been living there since 1959 or 1960. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if she moved out, if she was placed in a home, or if she passed away. I don't know. It's not really any of my business, to be honest with you. She hadn't been well for quite some time, was very hard of hearing, and refused to wear hearing aids. So when people would come to check on her, they'd bang on her door for hours at a time until finally they got the locks changed and could enter. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but she's no longer there. So they're refinishing the apartment. I guess after 60 years and change, there's probably a lot of work to do because they've been at it the entire time I've been on vacation for the last 2 weeks. So anyway, I apologize if you hear any big background noise. That's all there is. I can't do anything about that. Well, thanks, Linda. Appreciate that. Ottawa Police. Let me just put this right up. This is from Connie on the Facebook live stream. Ottawa Police must be gleefully getting their jerry cans ready for this event. All their friends will be there. I think I saw Pierre Poilievre at Tim stocking up on gift cards too. Yeah, for the James Bauder, he wants to have what he's calling it the Olive Branch Unity Convoy. No, absolutely freaking not. If you want to come and protest on Parliament Hill, you are welcome and legally entitled to do so. You need to have a permit to do so, number one. Sorry, I just needed to adjust something there. And number two, you need to know that you can't drive big rigs onto Wellington Street. A truck is not a protest. You can march if you have a planned route and it's been approved by the OPS, the Ottawa Police Service, but you cannot Absolutely cannot redo what you did last February. And by the way, Mr. James Bauder is not allowed in the city of Ottawa unless he's here to testify. He will be arrested on the spot if he shows up because he will be in violation of his bail. So he can try coming here. I actually hope he does because I want him to get arrested and thrown in the pokey, as they say. Yeah, that thing, Linda, when Brendan Miller spoke down to the Deputy Prime Minister of Canada. I mean, this guy is going to lose his license to practice law, I think. He's just an incredibly horrible, horrible, horrible person and a terrible lawyer. And I just don't get it. Like, here's the thing about Bauder. He wants to have a reunion in February. But he's been arrested when downtown was cleared. He's facing mischief and obstruction charges with his next court date, February 3rd. He was released on the condition he would not return to downtown Ottawa. So let's see what happens there. Oh, that was the wrong graphic. I didn't mean to put that up. I apologize. So let's see what happens there with Mr. Bauder. I don't think he's going to be welcomed with open arms. I can tell you many of the local citizens in my neighborhood reading this, some people are getting a little bit of PTSD. They are concerned about the sound of horns and trucks. And to that, I say, do not worry. No truck will make it downtown. The first person to blow a train horn will be arrested by bylaw. Well, ticketed by bylaw and arrested by the police for disturbing the peace. We're not going to mess around this time. You want to come and protest on the Hill, like I said a moment ago, you have your permit to do it. You have your scheduled time to do it. You have permission from the Ottawa Police Service. And if you want to march, you have a planned route, again, with the Ottawa Police Service. Other than that, no, don't show up in this city. You will not be welcomed here, and you may meet some pretty angry residents. The Battle of Billings Bridge comes to mind, only this time this would be in the downtown core. And I shudder to think of how things will go. Honestly, I think it could get very violent if they try and pull what they did last February. I'm not a violent man. I don't believe in violence, although I do understand that sometimes it is necessary. But they will be met with a group of people who do not want them here. So, when you decide you want to come and camp out in my living room and I tell you to leave and you refuse to, then we have to call in the police to make you leave, and then you say you're coming back. What makes you think you'd be welcome, eh? So, I just don't know what to think about this guy. He's very, very, very not smart. And of course, I'm going to throw up this video here. I got a video from yesterday when Brendan Miller was, this is after he was served, I believe. Let's just watch this and spread the joy and spread the love.
I thought that was funny. Well, you thought too? See there, I'm not crazy. So apparently, well, there you go. There's a hole in my case. Apparently, there's a lot of people out there that look like Mr. Fox who served me with a defamation notice.
I'm sorry. Did you actually think that was Brian Fox?
No, I didn't. He did.
So that was about the time yesterday, shortly after he got served, and Tom Marazzo, who was on the left of the screen, standing there, who thought that Greg McEachran was Mr. Fox, the fellow enterprise who has been accused and is served Brendan Miller with libel suit after accusing him several times of a liberal and B, who carried the Nazi flag. The man is a member of the Conservative Party of Canada, actually supported Pierre Poilievre. So, yeah, that's not working out for you at all, bud. Really are not a bright bunch. That's pretty much. They're just not. And as a result, they're showing the entire world via the internet how terribly stupid they are. Which, you know what? Go ahead. Continue to dig your own hole on this one. I don't care. You'll look stupid. You'll stay stupid. You'll be stupid. And we'll laugh when you lose horribly. And somebody says, well, why would you laugh at somebody losing? Because they tortured us for 22 days. And they thought that people love them for it. We didn't. We don't. Torturing innocent people is not how you get people on your side. Not to mention the fact all of the mandates they were protesting against have all been dropped. So please tell me why they want to have a reunion. Again, Bauder says it's an olive branch reach out. Whatever. Clown. I just can't some days with some of these folks, I think this sums it up pretty good. Brendan Miller certainly offers an accurate representation of the convoy's mob attitude. Rules and proper procedures be damned. It's all about what I want. And that's been it just from the very beginning of all of this. And I am tired of it. Really tired of it. Chrystia Freeland, our Deputy Prime Minister, as I stated a moment ago, kind of wiped the floor with him yesterday. And you do understand that today, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be on the stand testifying against them. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I hope he's cocky as all get out, to be honest with you. I don't know that he will be. A friend of my mother's works with the PM and has stated time and time again, he is an incredibly patient, kind, caring individual. Woman said, I'd never worked with a better person. I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, he's not perfect. Not trying to be. He's trying to be a good, kind, caring, compassionate human being. Somebody says, well, he wasn't very compassionate towards the convoy people. Well, they were a group of terrorists who wanted to hang him. So why would you be kind towards those who want to kill you? We saw what they did when he was campaigning across the country, throwing rocks at him, bringing nooses, etc., etc., etc. So he can, he can be a kind, caring, compassionate man, but we all have our limits, right? We all have our limits. I know I was way past mine, and you fine, lovely people are all well aware of that. Not my proudest moment, but I'm not embarrassed by it either, I said what I had to say, and it needed to be said. Now, I've got a bunch of noise cancellation electronics attached here, so hopefully it's not this microphone, which is designed to be in near field, which is why I keep close to it, because the further away I move, the harder it is for you to hear me. This mic, combined with some of the electronics I got, should help to drown out the background noise of the floors that they are sanding. You can see we have parquet floors in this building because it was built in 1959, and the floors are being redone next door, so it can be quite loud, to say the least. Anyway, I don't have a lot to talk about today, other than what we just spoke about, although I do want to bring this point up. This is the whole land scam. We all know about the Greenbelt situation in the Toronto area, in the GTA, and how Doug said he wouldn't touch the Greenbelt, and now he is. Well, guess what? Same sort of thing is happening here in Ottawa. The urban land borders were pushed out. So a parcel of land unilaterally added to Ottawa's urban boundary by was bought for development last year by a company run by progressive conservative donors, which bought by the province. The urban boundary was expanded by the province and was bought for development last year by a company run by PC donors. So the land wasn't even discussed for development by the city because the 37 hectares were farmland, which is excluded by provincial rules from development. A newly formed company, 1177 Waters, that's Waters with 2 T's, Developments Limited, bought the land in August of last year for $12.7 million, CBC reported. The company's 5 directors are all part of the Toronto group of construction companies, Verde Alliance, and together gave more than $12,000 to the governing PC party over the last 2 years, according to CBC. What's the plan? Well, the province added this piece of land along with 617 hectares when they approved the city's official plan and overrode the city's decision on where the boundary should be. Why is it controversial? Well, it sprawled the city's boundaries even further than council had decided. A report last year from the city estimated it cost every household in the city $465 per year in property taxes to service new homes on the edge of the city, CBC reported at the time. Meanwhile, new homes in the city's core pay for themselves and bring in $606 per household. So a cadre of ghouls that are all good old Doug Ford's brothers in arms, brothers in profit, or friends in let's fleece the public and put as much money in our pockets as we possibly can. Well, guess what? They're about to do it again. And they don't care. They don't care what the rules are. They don't care what the voice of the people has been. They're just going to push the boundaries out, develop them, and pad their pockets with profit. It's a good question, realist PJ. What do conservatives hate about nature? From trees to homosexuality, they despise it all. Nature only for cottages. Oh, thanks, Linda. I was not aware of that. Here's the thing. The things you learn when you read what people write. Today is International End Violence Against Women's Day. Women Day. I was not aware of that. Thank you for pointing that out to me. And that's something we've discussed in the past. And if you haven't had a chance, I'll find the clip and I will put it in the chat here. The interview we had with the lovely, talented, and incredibly compassionate and patient Bailey Reed. We had an interview with her. She's the founder, one of the founders of the Spark Strategy. And the Spark Strategy is, let me just find a link to it here. 1 second. The Spark Strategy is an organization that Bailey started with a friend, a colleague. And I'm just going to get the link up here in just a second. There we go. There's the link. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's about ending violence, sexual assault, but it does it in a proactive manner. It's not what I thought it was. And when we had a chat with her, it was both enlightening and at the same token, it was very much a surprise because they speak with professional athletes about ending sexual assault and sexual violence, and they have a proactive approach to it. So if you've not had a chance to watch that interview, I suggest that you do. It's really good. And we get a little bit deep and emotional, as Mr. Beaver and I tend to do from time to time. So please check that out. The link is in the chat. I give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. I would hope that you enjoy it. It was very informative. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more minutes and then I'm going to head out because I don't like to do anything without Mr. Beaver, as you know. This is a collaborative show and we're all about collaboration. And, well, if I can't collaborate, I don't know if I want to do it, I don't feel right to be here without him, but we did commit to a show at 9. And like I said, because circumstances were beyond his control, he's probably boarding the bus as we speak right now. So as a result, I said I'd pop on. I let him know. I said, I'll jump on for a few minutes and just talk about a few things and then bid everybody adieu until à demain, when we will do our live from the pub show tomorrow, which I hope a number of you can tune into that. The idea is to start it at 2 p.m. And run till 6. So we're going to be over there for 1 to get set up, have a bite to eat. And the plan is to go live at 2 p.m. tomorrow from the Lieutenant's Pump at 361 Elgin Street. We have a table reserved for us specifically for that. And if you want to come by and pop in and sit down for a chat, you don't have to appear on camera if you don't wish to. If you're a little bit camera shy, that's fine. If you just want to sit and have a chat with us, we'll hand you a microphone and some headphones and you can add to the conversation. Oh, I'm definitely going to be tuning into the POEC until I have to go meet a friend at 11 a.m. But I want to see what our Prime Minister has to say on the stand today. I think it should be both interesting and, in many ways, invigorating. I'm looking forward to it. We did see our Deputy Prime Minister, Mrs. Chrystia Freeland, walk all over Miller yesterday. And of course, he tried to have his mic drop moment where he asked her a question, and before she could answer, he walked away. Which, that's kind of the typical con way, isn't it? Point the finger, make an accusation, and then leave before anybody has a chance to actually follow up on anything. What is this, man? 5 years old? Like, that is the most childish type of behavior I think I've ever seen from a lawyer. And I've seen some stupid lawyers. I know a lot of good ones. I know a lot of very smart, but I've seen stupid lawyers, and this guy is up there with the stupidity level. I hope he's getting paid well, because damn. I don't know if he's going to have a job after this. Who the hell would hire him? I mean, I certainly wouldn't. Anyway. I'm almost out of coffee. I forgot to bring my carafe. It's in the kitchen. I suppose I could do it too. Oh, Katie Telford did do a good job with him, yes, as well. Katie Telford is she's a pretty smart lady. I've had a chance to interact with her a couple of times on the Twitter, and always been impressed with her, both intellect and both EQ and IQ, because she has them. Not everybody does. IQ is important, but I think in today's world, EQ is probably a little bit more important, to be honest with you. EQ being your emotional quotient. And now I'm looking at stuff here online about people talking about, oh, Jesus, there's so many stupid people. $15 per hour lawyer. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah, PP answering questions. Yes or no? Yes or no? You know, money. Where's the money? Where's the money? He really does have a punchable face, doesn't he? Not advocating violence. Just when you look at him and you hear that voice, you want to punch him in the face. You don't do it. You see, the thing is, as an adult, you're allowed to have the emotions, but as an adult, you should choose not to act upon them. Sometimes people choose to act upon them, and I don't recommend that, but there you go. Oh, I'm just reading so much terrible stuff on the Twitter right now that I don't want it to ruin my day. It's a happy Friday. Let's go back to this, right? Let's go back to this Chiron here, this scrolling Chiron. I want everybody to have a happy, wonderful weekend. I am going to post a link to, I'm going to be some self-serving. I'm going to post a link to Mixcloud because I've revamped the Mixcloud. Now my Mixcloud page only has the pop music shows. All the jazz shows migrated over to only to the RSS feed. So it will appear on Spotify and all the other good podcasts, fine podcast shows. Mixcloud page for the pop music shows, the only one I can put it on, because every time I try and load anything to Spotify, they're like, no, sorry, you're in copyright violation or some other thing like that, which is weird because the music came from them to begin with, but whatever. Mixcloud licenses their music. So every time you listen to one of my shows on Mixcloud and the song is played, the artist gets paid for it. Now, I know it's only like a 16th of a penny per click or something like that. But hey, at least they're doing the right thing, which is why I chose to use that service for my pop music show, pop and rock music show. If you want to choose that, give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a go. All right, my friends, I'm going to duck out in about 5 minutes here. I just wanted to pop in because like I said, we did commit to you, and we don't like to back out of things. If I'm capable of throwing something together very quickly to give you a few minutes of entertainment and try and give you some information, I absolutely will. Of course, Mr. Beaver is the writer amongst us. I'm just the guy with the technology and the deep voice. That's all. I'm not that smart, but I'm aware of it. So I don't know what that means. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's going to be watching any of the World Cup football match today, or soccer, however you want to call it. You call it what you will. It's a free country. You're able to call it whatever you like. Like this. I like this. That dog that caught the car moment when he gets the PM will be stunning. I agree, PJ. I think Brendan Miller will be deer in the headlights and dog that catches the car. I think it's going to be a combination of the two, and I'm really eager to see what happens when he tries to question somebody who will have all the facts. Because I guarantee you, the PM is not entering into this unaware. I guarantee you he's walking into this wide awake with his eyes open and all of the facts in front of him. He's probably memorized a great number of them. So I'm just going to throw this up. This is my Mixcloud page for those of you who are unfamiliar. You can go in and check it out. I've got, what have I got? 106 shows, pop, rock, metal, house, hip hop, rap, EDM, a little bit of everything in there. And the premise of the show is I started off doing 10 songs and 10 stories, and now it's 20 songs and 20 stories, and somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 hours of entertainment for you. It's free. There is a subscription. If you want to subscribe and give me $3 a month, you can certainly do that. It's entirely up to you, but it is all free and it's available. And they keep telling me, why don't you paywall this? Why don't you paywall this? And I'm like, I just don't feel right about it. I don't. So if people want to subscribe for $3 a month, feel free. I do have a coffee page there as well. So, okay, a little bit of shameless self-promotion there. Every now and then you got to do it. I mean, if I don't sell it, nobody will buy it, right? That's how it goes. And if you love this program, we do request that you both hit the like button on the YouTube page or on the Facebook or Twitter or whichever page you happen to be watching this on. It's also on Dean Blundell TV on the Twitch stream if you enjoy it there. Let us know. Send us a comment. Send us an email at truenortheagerbeaver@gmail.com. Or is it? Wait a minute. What is it? I got to pull it up. I can't remember the email. Terrible. That is absolutely. Pull up the email. What is it again? Open the background here. And let's see. What is the email address? True North Eager Beaver. Sorry. Yeah, it's truenortheagerbeaver@gmail.com. I just wanted to make sure. I hate to give you the wrong information. We also have the pod page at it's True North Eager Beaver, which, yeah, you just go to podpage.com/True North Eager Beaver. Let me double check that one too. You know what? I'm going to put the link in there for you so you'll have it. And there it is, podpage.com, the True North Eager Beaver. It's going to be in the link, right? Chat in the link. Link in the chat in the link in the chat, you know. Podpage.com / the True North Eager Beaver, put a hyphen between each word. Either way, if you Google search Podpage, you should be able to find it. And that you can follow us right there. And it'll give you links to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Castro, the RSS feed. Of course, wherever you get your fine podcasts. And as you well know, we are available on the Dean Blundell Network as well. We do have our coffee page. If you want to donate there, feel free. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you can donate there, as well as we are generating revenue from the ad stream, or ad revenue from the stream. Look, we're all trying to earn a living, right? We put in a lot of time, effort, love, blood, sweat, and tears into this because we love to do it. And we'll continue to do it for you. I don't think it's wrong if we earn a little bit of money. I mean, I just spent another $300 today on another piece of equipment that we need. So, you know, the thousands I've invested is well worth it, as long as we can give you a good product. And that's really all we ever want to do, is deliver you a good product. And we hope you love us, because we love you. All right, I am going to roll the credits, and I'm going to jump out because I think 30 minutes is about all I can give you on my own, because I just don't feel right about it without Mr. Beaver here. And I know you don't either, because let's face it, we are a duo, we are a tag team, and it's a much more entertaining program with him here because he's the writer, he's the intellect. I'm just the voice. Okay.
The True North Eager Beaver podcast is an Eager Beaver Mr. Grizzly collaboration. Research, story, and guest narration and copy written by the Eager Beaver. Recording, production, editing, and additional research by Mr. Grizzly. Music courtesy of Ben Sound Royalty Free Music. Once again, thank you to our founding sponsors, the Peppermaster, the Miss Fee Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing and CanadianTarot.com. And thank you to Pete Jarvis for our artwork. We love it. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye.
Take care. Once again, I apologize that it was only me here today, but like I said, sometimes life gets in the way. Hope you can join us tomorrow. We should be live at 2 p.m. from the Lieutenant's Pump at 361 Elgin Street in downtown Ottawa. And we'll give you 4 hours of entertainment with no politics, no religion, sports, movie, music, trivia, jokes, travel stories, talking about life. We encourage you to jump into the chat and contribute. Until then, take care, kids. We'll see you soon. Bye.
You are listening to a True North Eager Beaver media podcast. The True North Eager Beaver podcasts are proudly brought to you by our founding sponsors, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, your source for science fiction, fantasy, and cozy mysteries featuring a broad diversity of characters. CanadianTarot.com, your uniquely Canadian online eclectic tarot community and forum, and The Pepper Master, hot pepper sauces made from fresh farm ingredients to thrill your taste buds and expand your mind.